Ashley was working in the garden there. I'm working in the shop, and this snake popped up. So I'm just gonna put him over in the back here so that we don't accidentally kill him. There's so many of those garter snakes around here. What we've been up to in this area is Ashley has started digging out our vegetable garden plot here. Soil is actually really nice here, it seems. I don't really know what good soil is, to be honest, but it seems good. What we're doing is we're building an in-ground garden, and then we're also going to build raised garden beds at some point too. And in cleaning all this up, sorting the good wood from the old wood and all sorts of things like that, getting rid of the old chicken run fences, we found another one of these. I have 3 of them now. I'm not sure if I covered that in a previous vlog, but we found other ones here last year. Anyways, while Ashley has been doing this, I am taking the good non-crappy wood and reclaiming it for benches in the shop. I plan on having workbenches go all the way across this wall here. This is going to be the woodworking section against this wall, and then in the middle of the floor in this area here. I've already started putting up some of the ledger boards and stuff, and I've built this, which was a huge pain in the dick. it was the steel that made it so difficult. But I think I came up with a creative way to get it up there by myself. It was difficult. That one over there, though, was smooth sailing the whole time. And it's sturdy, too. I think it should be able to hold anything I want to put on here. It's quite excellent. So, on the back here, I did some fire taping earlier because I'm not sure if I'm going to be painting this or not. Plus, it's always better to fire tape. I still have to do the uppers, but I did what I thought would be good to get some progress on this bench. Ah, man, those push-ups. Still doing 100 every day for all those asking. How many did I do there? Woo! Okay, out here, I have some lumber sitting in the driveway. I have a lot of stuff sitting in the driveway. Trying to get that situated with all that junk. It's crazy. Okay, I have this here, and then I have this stack of dimensional right there. That's going to become bunk beds for my brother Mike and Ken for their sea can when they go out mining. They're going to be way out in the middle of nowhere, and they don't have any sleeping quarters yet. So they asked me if I could make this for them. It's not that interesting, so I'm not going to film it. But with the power of editing, actually let me turn this around. Just like that. They're done. Pretty easy construction. Just have a 2x6 frame and then 2x4 joists, I guess you could call them, slats, and then a plywood top. Now I'm not sure about breathability, but the type of sleeping mat they're putting on here, it couldn't be open because there's not going to be a box spring or anything on there. But I think this should work. I made it so it wasn't perfectly fitted so that it had room for expansion and contraction. Now I gotta drop these off. And it's already so late, which is kind of frustrating because I've been getting some progress done, but not so much. I did get my whole bench done, and I also had to go to the dump in the meantime. So there was that. And while I was doing that, Ashley was doing some gardening. She actually started the plot digging out the other day. I deleted the footage that would have been perfect to insert here. It would have been clever and seamless. Oh well, this will have to do. So a few days ago, I filmed a clip of us starting to do the garden. And we're building our garden in the old chicken run. Here's the old chicken coop that we're going to be tearing down. And in the video, I explained that we moved this canopy last year, and underneath the canopy, in the spot where we moved it from, was a big mound of chicken crap. And surrounding the big mound of chicken crap was this weed here. I don't know exactly what this is, but it wasn't growing on top of the mound. And I just assumed that that meant that the chicken crap there was too acidic for anything to grow on. But upon removing like the top crusty layer, it was pretty thick, we saw that the soil underneath was super rich. There was tons of worms and beetles and all sorts of different creepy crawlies in there. So I'm assuming it was actually good soil. I don't actually know because I don't have much of a green thumb, but I think it was good. I don't know. But instead of showing that, I'll have to find some related B-roll or something. Then she got ambitious today and decided to go all the way into wow, it is dark out here, isn't it? There we go. She got ambitious. She decided to take this thing out for a rip and till the garden. This is the same tiller that my mom gave me last year, if you watched the vlog long enough, and it's the same one that I used on her garden when I lived at home. Beyond that, Ashley decided to plant the garden as well. Now, where we live, you can get frost at any time during this time of year, so it's a little risky, but it should be fine. Now, we have a really small garden, and part of the reason is because we don't want to destroy it while we are demolishing this. This is the only thing that we want to destroy. It'd be a real shame if while we were dragging this or demolishing it, it just kind of crumpled up all the garden if it came out this way or that way. Now, in the video that I lost, that lost footage, beyond showing you the worms and stuff, I was also going to show you our garden plan here. So we have this little square one that's supposed to come all the way out to here, but as you can see, that's kind of in the way if we have to drag it out of there with the truck or something. And then we're going to have a small path that goes here towards the tiller there, and then let's say about a 3 foot or 4 foot width, and then another in-ground garden right beside it. And as you can see, this building here is in the way. You can also see that the ground slopes quite severely down towards that way. So what I would like to do is build a retaining wall around the two in-ground beds so that they are level, and then have all the ground around it still stay sloped, including the trail that goes in between it. I'm not sure exactly when or if I will actually do that, but I kind of want to do that. For now, we were just excited, so we wanted to get something in the ground, and I think shortly we will move that so we can still make this in-ground bed or in-ground garden go all the way to where we'd like it to go. It's still going to be a small garden, but I think it'll be good enough for us. But again, I don't have hardly any experience in knowing what exactly I should plant, so who knows if it'll be enough. I'm just thinking it'll be enough. I remember when I was a kid, my mom had a garden that was way bigger than that, but we also had much more people, and we gave away a lot of stuff as well. Okay, let's head into the shop and take another look at that workbench. I love this bench. It's so big. It's made out of almost all reclaimed material except for the top. It's pretty damn strong. It'll hold anything. All I gotta do now is lay out the tools how I see them, how I see myself using them. I think I'm gonna get another miter saw, because this one I'm gonna keep as a job site saw, which I'm gonna use later to help Jonny B today. But I would like to have a dedicated miter station somewhere around here, somewhere where I can have long lengths of lumber go from one side to the other. And I made this deep so that I can have the saw, and then if there's other things, like I plan on getting a lathe, so if I put the lathe there, I can move the lathe back so that I can have long dimensional lumber go across the bench without anything being in the way. But my favorite part of this bench, this right here, it's empty now except for this. It just came with it. I'm not even sure what those are for. But I'm gonna have this filled up with all my consumables, like so. Now this will probably change as I start to use the bench, but for now, this is how I have it set up. Stuff like the vices and pliers and stuff will probably have a designated space here, but stuff like the sandpaper, all these cutoff discs, the flap wheels and stuff, all this stuff will probably stay in here. Respirators and gloves, I'm not too sure. I would use those quite regularly, so those will probably be out here. But stuff that I don't use too often will probably stay in here. I'll probably add to this collection as well. But for now, this is kind of what I have. But I love it. It's so cool. Now I gotta think of something to put here. You see that right there? This used to be a boxing gym. Do you think that's somebody's head? Because it's perfectly head-sized. Just imagine someone getting punched. Obviously this wouldn't have been there, but then just head just going smashing into there. And there's a stud right here. That could have killed. I'm not sure if that's a head or what. Now, I haven't really done anything to cover that up because I have an idea. I have a whole bunch of street signs, and I think to make this more fire retardant, I'm gonna put the signs up against this wall so sparks and stuff won't get at it. At my old shop, the wall was cinder block, so I never did anything to kind of deter sparks from getting at the wall. But in this case, I think I kind of want to. I did fire tape it here, but I don't even think I'm going to bother there if I'm going to put a whole sign on there. Also, the old electric has been smashed out. It is super dodgy in here, so it's been completely disconnected, and then we've run temporary lighting on the ceiling, which we will replace with BX. Everything in here will be BX wiring so that it'll be on the outside, and I'll be able to reuse it when I build the new shop. And I know I have some signs around here somewhere. I brought them all over from the other shop a little while ago. I have some of them here, which I'll have a look at. We'll lay them all out and then decide what we're going to use. So this is what I have so far. This one right here is actually wood with a reflective sticker on it, so that won't work. This one and this one are the same size. This one's kind of cool. Then I have these three that are the same size, this one, and then that one that's the same size as those three, and then this stop sign. All of these are damaged, which is why I have them, and they are going to come in handy to fill in this space here. Now I just got to figure out which works better. I'm thinking maybe the four that are the same size, because then I can just put them side by side, and then I won't have to fill in weird gaps. Let's see how that looks. Ugh. Lost my pencil. What do you think? Looks good, right? I have to straighten some out so that I can actually fasten them to the wall, but I think that's gonna work. Now I don't know if I'm gonna make it go all the way to the door, which is right behind this piece of OSB right here. But you kind of get the idea. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go get my welders and I'm gonna give it a dry run. I can see now that my bottle that I have is too tall, so I'll probably have to get a shorter bottle so that that'll fit underneath the bench, because this one's too tall. As you can see, doesn't even come close to fitting underneath the workbench. So I'll get a shorter one that'll fit under here with the welder. I think I'm gonna get another one of these, but the bigger one, the 180, this is the 140. This 140, I will keep gasless wire in, and then the 180, I'll have gas wire in it. And then I also have this welder, which I've never used before. It's an arc welder. But maybe I will start doing welding with that. We'll see. You might be wondering about the deepness of this bench. Won't things get lost back there? Well, I have an idea. I think I'm going to put a partition behind my welder storage that will be accessible here. So this storage will go over to that leg there, and it'll be accessible through here. And I think that'll work. I don't know. Speaking of functionality, I also have this lip right here, which is, I can put my ground clamp on there nice and easily, and I can put it anywhere I need to. So that's why I have that there. Also, this being metal, I wanted this for the storage and because it's metal, because I can put my magnets on there. And I have a lot more of these, so I could, in theory, fill this whole thing up with them. And it's just good functionality. Also got these magnets here, which I use to see if something is ferrous or non-ferrous. So weldable versus non-weldable. If it sticks to the magnet, I can weld it with MIG. If it doesn't stick to it, I need TIG or something, but I don't have a TIG welder. All I have are these MIG welders and the arc welder, and if it's not going to stick to the magnet, I can't weld it with my setup. Yeah. I also had magnets on my old bench, which that bench was made out of wood as well, and it had metal legs, sort of the same idea, and I love that. I'm sure other welders do that too. Speaking of my old bench, I also have my big vise on there. I have this one here for now. This is an anvil vise, but I don't think I'm going to keep it on here. I'm going to go grab that other vise next time I go to town, which should be today. What time is it? I got to go meet Jonny B. Ugh. We got to do some flooring today, so I lost track of time. Here with Jonny B.
The one and only.
So we're at this flooring store to pick up some of your flooring. Is this your pallet right here?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay for it, so like, let's hurry. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. That is gonna suck to bring up. Good thing there's an elevator, and I did bring a dolly. But man, they couldn't deliver today, which is the beauty about delivery, is they bring it right up to your suite. Oh well. So since I'm in a no parking zone, we're gonna quickly try to take all of this, set it on the sidewalk there, go park, and then bring it up to the suite, because this is gonna take forever and I don't want to get a ticket. You're strong. That's 4. They're pretty heavy. Done. Now we got to just bring them all into the building and then upstairs. I'm so glad they have an elevator. Make it easier. We got this trolley. Oh, I ripped the rope. Push. There we go. And that we gotta steer. This way it makes it easier, in theory, to bring it to the elevator and bring it up and bring it to the unit, rather than, there we go, rather than do it all by hand. I'm so glad I brought this thing. Oh man. Yeah, there we go. From there, we get it into the hallway, and then finally get it into the suite. We actually had to demo, which I wasn't anticipating, just the carpet and stuff to lay the new stuff. And the carpet, easy way to get it out is to just throw it out the window, because I'm parked right there. It's perfect.
Where are you?
Go ahead. Now, the tenant, I don't think, wants us to be filming in his unit there, so I'm not going to really be able to show you much, but I'll show you a before and after. This is the carpet that was in there. This is with it all demoed, and this is with it all done. And I think it looks pretty damn good. Jonny B picked out a nice color. I like it. Now we gotta bring all the trash down the elevator because it doesn't fit through the window. That's a perfect fit. I smacked myself in the noggin with this earlier when I was prying something, and it just got me right in the thinker. Dang, I didn't realize it was that bad. Hold the elevator. No, I'm playing. There's a hole, but it won't open. Don't you hate when that happens? There, now it's closed like I want it to be. We're cramped in here with all this junk.
Need some touch-free.
Open sesame. Pretty good, eh?
That was good.
Magic. The beauty about Jonny B owning the suite rather than it just being a random client is that we can throw the garbage in the building bin. And check it out, I love finding bed frame because it's really good steel, believe it or not. It's hardened, so it makes it a little tough to work with, but it's really strong. So I'm definitely going to be taking these home. If you're wondering why we started off with so much material and had to lug so much up there and then I only showed you the one room, it's because we only did the one room today. The whole suite is actually going to get redone, but we only did the one room because it's occupied right now, and to move the furniture and all that jazz, they're just doing one room at a time. So Jonny B is going to take care of the rest with someone else, because I am going to be focusing on my shop for the next little while, because I'm too stoked. So right now I'm on my way to go get my vise from my old shop, and we'll see what else I can grab right away. yeah, my egg-shaped rock I found in BC on a job that I was doing there. I'm gonna take that home. I forgot I had that. There it is. Let's see how this looks on my bench at home. Beautiful. I love it. It's gonna work perfect here. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna situate it, but it'll be in that area or it'll be in this area where I have this one. Not too sure because it all depends on what else I put in here. I'll figure it out.